But I'm not Vosh, okay? I'm not going to tell you to ride with Biden. I'm not going to tell you to get in his convertible with him, and I don't think you should. My strategy is this, okay? Biden's got his convertible. We're on our skateboards, all right? What we're going to do is we're going to sneak behind his car. We're going to grab the bumper, and we're going to allow Joe Brandon to pull us along towards the goal that we're going for. Right? But remember that Joe Brandon is not going where we're going, okay? Ultimately, we deviate. Ultimately, we get off. So that's why you ride on that skateboard instead of getting in the convertible with him, right? So that's the difference between, like, you know, my approach and Vosh's famous riding with Biden thing, right? I don't think you should ride with Biden. I think you should ride behind Biden and realize that you're going to need to get off. And just like the guy in Back to the Future, right? Yeah, Marty McFly. Yeah, you gotta let go at the right time and go your own way, and that's important. You know, when you elect candidates like this, like half of what you gotta do is pressuring them to do the right thing and making it hard for them not to do the right thing. But let's take a look at the 21 minutes. Okay, do we want to watch all these?
Is to be optimistic. That's where we stand right now.
And then after that, we'll watch the MAGA rap. Are you ready? Are you ready for the MAGA rap? LG Tao, leftists going their own way. Nice, yeah.
Family.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, you got it.
Stands with you.
Because that's the one thing I don't want is any leftist movement getting subsumed into the energy of the Democratic Party. It's not their energy to take from us, okay?
We're working every day to secure his release. Looking at opportunities and tools to bring
him right. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Home. We keep the faith. We also keep the faith for Austin.
We don't want to go back in time when Joe Brandon goes back to 1954 in his DeLorean.
Austin Tice.
Yeah, it's the Vice video. Yeah. You saw clips of that video. It was so funny and weird.
Deborah's here tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a long stream today since it's Monday.
She knows from our several conversations, the conversations with me and my senior staff, we are not giving up. As I told you at this dinner last year, as I told you in
the real way to do electoral politics is to pay attention to if your local reps, city council, and school board and state reps have more effect on your life and positions that can actually be won by somebody not subsumed into the Democratic Party machine. There's got to be a shorter version. Should we watch the shorter version? Republicans be like, Brandon should be in prison. He sniffed my 8-year-old wife's ship. Oh my God! No, I didn't even.
The Oval Office.
Wait, what's up, Coffin Punk? Good to see you. Meow.
Son, when he was a kid, he was an Eagle Scout, a big brother, a born protector, a U.S. Marine, 3 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Austin.
Joe Brandon.
Was a fearless journalist and a future lawyer. As a consequence of Austin showing the world the cost of war, he's been detained in Syria for nearly 11 years. It's simply wrong, it's outrageous, and we are not ceasing our effort to get him, find him, and bring him home. Tonight, our message is this: journalism is not a crime. Evelyn Lawson should be released immediately, along with every other American held hostage or wrongfully detained abroad. Paul Whelan, unjustly held in Russia for more than 4 years, whose brave sister I've met with and whose family has never quit fighting for Paul. And I promise you, neither will I and neither will this administration until we get him home. And there are other Americans being unjustly held in Iran, Venezuela, China, and elsewhere. Their stories may not make headlines or hashtags, but every day, our family looks at that empty chair at the kitchen table. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays without them. The pain of living in limbo in a sense, is almost worth the pain of having lost a child and looking at an empty chair. The stress of not knowing, the sorrow of uncertainty. But I want them and their families to know, Jill and I understand. We see them. They are not forgotten. And I promise you, I am working like hell to get them home. As a nation, we'll never give up on hope. Things can get better. Things can turn. Things can change. Tonight, unlike last year, Brittany Griner's here with her wife, Cheryl. Brittany, where are you, kid? Stand up. Come on. I love this woman.
Every time he says I love somebody, I think he's gonna sniff their hair.
Love you, Brittany. This time last year, we were praying for you, Brittany, hoping you knew how hard all of us were fighting for your release. It's great to have you home. And boys, I can hardly wait to see you back on the court, kid. Remember your promise, I get to bring my granddaughter, my all-state girl, to see you, right? Because of our unrelenting efforts, we've been able to bring home dozens of hostages and wrongful detainees from Afghanistan, Burma, Haiti, Iran, Rwanda, Venezuela, across West Africa, around the world. But we're doing everything we can to prevent these cases.
He goes full Dark Brandon. That's what I heard.
For example, the State Department added the
Full
threat of detention
Dark Brandon
as a new risk indicator to its travel advisors, to go along with the threat of kidnapping, to warn Americans where these threats are highest abroad. I also recently signed an executive order increasing the consequences for criminal groups and terrorists who engage in the appalling practice of treating human beings as bargaining chips, political pawns. Just 2 days ago, my administration announced the first sanctions under this new authority.
Yeah, so Julian Assange too?
Individuals in security service in Russia and Iran who been part of the wrongful detention of Americans. Above all,
Do you wanna do a little warden watch?
experts are working day and night.
We're gonna
Bring
take a
our
look
fellow
and see if we can
Americans
see the
home.
warden out here.
Much of which, as you well know, we can't talk about. Concern that will backfire. But my commitment is to
I don't know
bring
if we
them
can see
home.
him.
Just as I know your commitment
hear
is to
him, though.
continue to be in a free and fearless press. And that's what we honor tonight.
He went back under.
This is not hyperbole. You make it possible. You make it possible for ordinary citizens to question authority. And yes, even to laugh at authority without fear or intimidation. That's what makes this nation strong. So tonight, let us show ourselves and the world our strength. Not just by the example of our power, but by the power of our example.
Oh my God.
Folks, I know a lot's changed in the press. I've had a lot of conversations.
Who is that? There's another politician that does these kind of is it Obama? Like, not just by the X of our Y, but by the Y of our X, right? I swear to God, that's like I've heard that from other people too. Oh, I gotta eat some food, huh? But eating food is loud. I might summon the warden. Hey, warden, I'm eating bread. Okay.
There's a lot of you. This is not your father's press from 20 years ago. No, I'm serious. And you all know it better than I do. But still, it is absolutely consequential and essential. After all, I believe in the First Amendment. Not just because my good friend Jimmy Madison wrote it.
Okay. There's an old joke.
Look. In a lot of ways, this dinner sums up my first 2 years in office. I'll talk for 10 minutes, take 0 questions, and cheerfully walk away.
Basically. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I just announced my re-election campaign. Some of you
This isn't great loot, by the way.
scooped that I'd announced in the video. But really, you really all thought in your heart that I just blurted out, didn't you? And look,
It's like the mentor guy from Mystery
I
Men.
get that age is completely
If you don't control your anger will
It's in
control
everybody's
you.
mind. And everyone, by everyone I mean the New York Times. Headline: Biden's advanced age is a big issue. Trump's, however, is not. Sorry, that was a New York Times pitch spot. I apologize. I love that guy. I should do an interview with him. You might think I don't like Rupert Murdoch. That's simply not true. How could I dislike a guy who makes me look like Harry Styles?
Oh,
Call me old. I call it being seasoned. You say I'm ancient. I say I'm wise. You say I'm over the hill. Don Lemon would say that's a man in his prime.
oh, oh, oh. Platitudes are Obama and Buttigieg.
Folks, it's wonderful to be back here again.
So look at that. That
Proving I haven't
the only
learned
good
a
thing we
damn
got from
thing.
there. If Biden was a spice, he'd be flour. Not even mayo.
I want everybody to have fun.
Not
tonight.
even Joe
Please be
Mayo.
safe. If you find yourself disoriented or confused, it's either you're drunk or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay, so that's
Sam,
what people mean when they say he went after
Thank you for
MTG.
hosting. I love NPR. Because they whisper into the mic like I do. But not everybody loves NPR. Elon Musk tweeted that it should be defunded. Well, the best way to make NPR go away is for Elon Musk to buy it.
Yeah. We got some vomit emojis in chat. Joe Brandon.
And that's more true than you think. Anyway,
Inducing nausea in my chat since
this dinner is
now.
one of the two great traditions in Washington. The other one is underestimating me and Kamala. Well,
Wait,
the
what?
truth is, we really have a record to be proud of. Vaccinated the nation, transformed the economy, earned historic legislative victories and midterm results, but the job isn't finished. I mean, it is finished for Tucker Carlson. What are you wooing about like that? Like you think that's not reasonable? Give me a break. Just give me a break. Look, like I often say, don't compare me to the almighty, compare me to the alternative. We added 12 million jobs. That's just counting the lawyers.
Okay, so I'm going to make a weird comparison here, right? His performance tonight is making me think of a style of kung fu that is called, some of you may have heard of this, it's a kind of a famous style, it's called Drunken Monkey. The idea is to appear disoriented, appear, sometimes, maybe even drunk, but to actually be doing, seemingly incoherent things with a purpose, right? That's Drunken Monkey. This feels like Biden's Drunken Monkey. Drunken Master. Well, Drunken Master is like a master of Drunken Monkey, I guess, right? But like so in Kung Fu, generally the styles are given animal names. There's tiger, there's mantis, there's snake, and there's monkey. And monkey's a pretty, pretty prominent Kung Fu style. Drunken Monkey, I think, is like a variation of that. But yeah, like the idea is part of it is to lure your opponent into underestimating you, right? But like, I don't know, because like, he legitimately at certain times he seems completely out of it. He seems like he doesn't know what's going on. But I mean, like these, I guess these these barbs are sharp. It's a little bit cringe, but it's not He's not the person that Trump and the Republicans describe. He is only 890 years old, right? I doubt he would do it on purpose, considering there's a genuine narrative that he's in cognitive decline. Wasn't there also something where he like looked at a piece of paper, he pulled a piece of paper out of his pocket and looked at it? He's all zooted up compared to while he was running. In the American regime, the brainwashed citizens clap for every demented word of their dictator.
Had Ron DeSantis, I had a lot of Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis, little Rhonda.
Ready. But Mickey Mouse beat the hell out of me, got there first. Now look, can't be too rough on the guy. After his re-election as governor, he was asked if he had a mandate. He said, hell no, I'm straight. I'm straight.
Get it? Because he's homophobic? Get it?
Give me time
Get
to
it?
think that one through.
Get it? Get it? Oh my god. Oh, that's such a bad.
Got it?
Yeah, we got it. We're good.
Look, y'all keep reporting my approval ratings is 42%. But I think you don't know this. Kevin McCarthy called me and asked me, Joe, what the hell's your secret?
Because the congressional approval rating is much lower. I get it.
I'm not even kidding about that one.
This is
The
embarrassing.
Speaker's trying to claim a big win this week. But the last time Republicans voted on something that hapless, it took 15 tries.
It seems like a bad stand-up attempt, acting attempt to show that he's with it. Meanwhile, trans people are being genocided. I actually saw this documentary, and it shows how Trump has more cognitive degeneration than Biden, but Fox and the right wing focus on the small amount of incidents Biden. This is the weirdest thing. Little Rhonda Santos, yeah. Little Ronnie D. His eyes are bigger than his stomach. He tried to bite the mouse, but the mouse bit back. Oh my god. Did Trump really say that? At least the president didn't write these jokes. Yeah, Trump is like, I think what it is with Trump is that like he is constantly posting cringe. He's constantly being incoherent, and people are just so acclimated to it. You just made it up. Oh, nice. That's good stuff. Quality material. I do know that Boris Johnson would purposely mess up his own hair in order to look relatable. Interesting. Little Rhonda.
That was good.
Really?
Look, it's great the cable news networks are here tonight. MSNBC owned by NBC Universal. Fox News owned by Dominion Voting Systems.
This isn't good. This is really not good.
Last year, your favorite Fox News reporters were able to attend because they were fully vaccinated and boosted. This year, with that $787 million settlement, they're here because they couldn't say no to a free meal. And hell, I'd call Fox honest, fair, and truthful. Then I could be sued for defamation.
This is really not good. This is really not
Ain't
good.
nothing compared to what they do to me. Look, I hope the Fox News team finds this funny. My goal is to make them laugh as hard as CNN did when they read the settlement.
Okay, that was really scary.
But then again, CNN was like,
Oh my god, what just hit me? That was a Biden blast. The Biden blast. I got the Biden blast. I got Biden blasted. I got Biden blasted again. Oh my god.
whoa,
Biden blast. Sonically charged
Folks.
shriek.
I go where people are.
Oh
The
my
Daily Show.
god. I thought I got away. I mean, at least I can
Rory's a
recover my
great
stuff.
guy. He once dubbed me the Jay-Z of Delaware. Don't let that look in your face you did. Tonight he asked me to keep it short. Even offered me $10 if I'd keep it under 10 minutes. That's a switch, a president being offered hush money. Look, I'm going to leave the jokes to the pros, but let me conclude on a genuinely
I got
serious
Biden
note.
blasted.
Roy was born in Birmingham, Alabama. He graduated from a great HBCU.
Oh God, I hear his
Florida A&M.
fucking noise.
He started in journalism following the footsteps of his father, Roy Wood Sr., who covered the civil rights movement.
Like I said, he can hit you through
During
like
Black History Month this year, I hosted the screening of the movie Till. The story of Emmett Till and his mother is a story of a family's promise and loss and a nation's reckoning with hate, violence.
He sounds like he's reading a movie review or something.
A story that was
Did he even
seared into our memory and our conscience, the nation's conscience, when Mrs. Till insisted that an open casket for her murdered and maimed 14-year-old son be the means by which he was transported. She said, "Let the people see what I've seen." The reason the world saw what she saw was because of another hero in this story, the black press. That's a fact. Jet Magazine,
That's a fact, Jack.
Chicago Defender, and other black radio and newspapers were unflinching and brave in making sure America saw what she saw. And I mean it. Ida B. Wells once said, and I quote, "The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon the wrongs. Turn the light of truth upon the wrongs." That's the sacred view, in my view. That's the sacred charge of a free press, and I mean that. That's what someone we still miss so much, who you honored posthumously tonight, stood for, Gwen Ifill. You know, she was among the very best we talked about at the table. She moderated my first debate for vice president and was a trusted voice for millions of Americans. Gwen understood the louder the noise, the more it's on all of us to cut through the noise to the truth. The truth matters. As I said last year at this dinner, a poison is running through our democracy and parts of the extreme press. Truth buried by lies, and lies living on as truth. Lies told for profit and power. Lies of conspiracy and malice, repeated over and over again, designed to generate a cycle of anger, hate, and even violence. A cycle that emboldens history to be buried, books to be banned, children and families to be attacked by the state, and the rule of law and our rights and freedoms to be stripped away. And we're elected representatives of the people, are expelled from state houses for standing for the people. I made clear that we know in our bones, and you know it too, our democracy remains at risk. But I've also made it clear, as I've seen throughout my life, it's within our power, each and every one of us, to preserve our democracy. We can, we must, we will. I'd like to make a toast if I had a glass. My grandfather, Ambrose Finnegan, said, if you ever make a toast without looking, you got to hold it in your left hand. Y'all think I'm kidding?
Wait, I don't get it. You gotta hold it in your left
I'm
hand.
probably the only Irishman ever met who's never had a drink in his life. Anyway, I'd like to make a toast, seriously. At this inflection point in history, let us commit that we'll be a nation that will embrace light over darkness, truth over lies, and finally, restore the soul of the nation. Hear, hear. Ladies and gentlemen, can I give you that? I'm going to turn this over to Roy. Roy, the podium is yours. I'm going to be fine with your jokes, but I'm not sure about Dark Brandon.
There we
All
go.
yours, pal.
There's the line of the night, I guess. Damn. Okay, that's his persona, right? That's definitely like that was a persona, right? Did we just see Sleepy Joe's persona? I'm gonna be fine with your jokes, but I don't know about Dark Brandon. Ooh, gotcha. Police unions will uphold the rule of law and protect us from state violence. The meme is dead now. Yeah. Well, I was never, like, I don't know. Like, those are the memes that, like... Persona music starts. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. The most pro-union president ever, police unions. Dark Brandon activate, yep.